Oh, you want?
Yeah, go for it.
First Man.
Now, is this about Adam and Eve?
Well, if it's about Adam and Eve, I know this movie pretty well. I can explain to you what happened between Adam and Eve.
Wow. That's Jokes 101. You're welcome. That one's free. First Man, starring Ryan Gosling. I did not see this movie, Tom did.
I did.
I had no interest in seeing this movie.
Oh,
I don't know why.
It's a good movie. Directed by same guy who did La La Land. Also starring Claire Foy. If you know her, she's from the famous show The Crown. She played Queen Elizabeth.
The queen?
She's the queen. She was really good in this movie. Jason Clarke's in this. You got a pretty good cast for this movie, and so good director too.
Cool. Okay, so what's this about?
This is a story about Neil Armstrong and the struggles
The
that
guy
he
who wore
goes.
Tour de France? Just kidding. That's Jokes 102. That one will cost you.
That guy is he's no longer in public anymore. But anyways, it's about his struggle and his life leading up to landing on the moon. And a lot of times it's crazy. Like you and I, we weren't there at that time. This is between, the movie takes place between 1961 to 1969.
Okay.
And we weren't there. We didn't know what how the politics was, the pressure that the U.S. was under versus the Russia.
The race to space.
Yeah, the race to space. It's actually pretty competitive at that time. But we now look at it like, oh yeah, they land on the moon. It's a very amazing accomplishment. But the struggles that goes with it, this movie dives right into it, tells exactly what happened. There's a lot of astronauts that died.
Oh, really?
That died during these testing to get to the moon. And a lot of them were Neil Armstrong's good buddy too. It's a very, very intense, dramatic. It is a very slow pace. Now, we'll go with the bad. Let's talk about the thing that I really like. I really like the fact that it shows the human part of Neil Armstrong. We know him as his astronaut, as the guy who was the first guy to land on the moon, but he struggles as a father, as a husband as well. I didn't know this, but he lost his daughter to cancer.
Oh, really?
Did anybody know that? I didn't until I watched the movie. And that part to me showed Ryan Gosling best acting I've ever seen him do. And the emotion that goes in losing his daughter was very, and I'll be honest, I didn't tears, I cried. Because I don't know what it's like to lose my daughter, in his case. So the movie started with that, and it builds up, and the whole entire movie, he struggles with losing his daughter. And there's moments in the movie where you see him and he looks at certain things and he sees his daughter there, and then she disappears. It's kind of like not creepy, but eerie. Oh man, he's struggling.
It sounds like Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, but not only that, the emotion is that he has to under pressure so much to get to the moon and have to deal with his family issues and his and all that. So
it sounds like you really, really liked it.
Oh man, I love this movie.
Is there anything bad about this movie?
The only thing that's bad about this movie is the pacing. I'm okay with the pacing. It's really slow. It is. I call it a good slow. But there are some people out there that I've talked to that say it is too slow for them. So I can see. I watched the movie and I was like, okay, I can see why they don't like it, because it's so slow. That's the only bad thing I have with this movie. Everything is good. The best scene in this movie, of course, is the landing on the moon part.
Okay.
And
directed by Stanley Kubrick. That's
the,
Jokes 103.
We'll have the link to that controversy. No, I was just kidding. You can see this in IMAX. I wish I would have, but he lands on the moon, and then all of a sudden he steps down, and he says the famous line, one small step for, what is it? Man, a giant leap for mankind, something like that. But then there's one scene where he looks down at it, and he looks up, the camera pans up.
It's a transformer. Sorry.
And you just see just dark, gray ground and just a vast of space on the moon, and it's just quiet. I've never been in a movie so quiet.
Okay.
Everybody just just watching this one scene, seeing what Neil Armstrong would see at least that's what we would think, what it would be like to be on the moon. And so it was pretty incredible. Cinematography is good. I recommend this movie. I give this movie opening night.
Wow.
I think everybody should go see this on IMAX because of that moon landing experience shot. And so I think it should be...
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Right.
I think you should see it too. I know you said you don't have interest in it, and so...
Maybe I'll go see it. Cool.
That's it.
Alright, so we'll see you next time for another movie review, and we'll see you next time for another movie review.